990 AM.
Mga kabataan, power up your Saturday. Just do it! Makitrending. Mag-shoutout. Be connected. Nasa FB ka man o Twitter, Instagram o Google+, impossible is nothing. Dito, di ka na mauhuli sa uso. We love it! Join ka na! Your potential is our passion. Be inspired. Be informed. Be involved. Be empowered. It's the real thing. Voice of the Youth Radio.
Voice of the Youth Radio.
Voice of the Youth Radio.
Makinig sa Voice of the Youth Radio. Sa Radio Inquirer 990 AM. Saturdays, 3 p.m. Think differently.
I-like mo na. I-share mo pa.
Voice of the Youth Radio. Sigaw na!
Voice of the Youth Network. Informing. Inspiring. Involving and empowering the Filipino youth worldwide.
Initiating startup sequence.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Voice of the Youth Radio is back.
Voice of the Youth.
Voti Network brings you once more Voice of the Youth Radio.
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 Now on its 10th year.
Even louder and more powerful. Via Inquirer Radio.
Of the Youth Radio.
It's the newest and most trending show on radio. Know the latest in technology. Engage in the most awesome advocacies. And meet the coolest young Pinoys. Power up and share your voice. Hashtag Voti Radio. Every Saturdays 3 p.m. on Radio Inquirer 990 AM. Voice of the Youth Radio. Sigaw na!
In spite of the tragic aftermath of Typhoon Yolanda, there has been an increase in number of volunteers from based also on the youth and the international community. And even if these types of disasters have brought down the Filipino spirit, because of all these different types of issues that everyone from each and every walk of life is handling, a positive attitude has been remaining, and an increase in volunteerism and hopeful activities still transpire. Welcome to Voice of the Youth Radio.
So hello mga ka-TV.
Hello, good afternoon
Hello,
mga ka-TV.
hi.
Kaya naman tayo dyan.
Palakpakan naman dyan. It's a full house today. Hello, Adrian. This is Jerica Ann C. Reyes, or Jexy, ang Student Voice Artist Society Vice President at Voice of the Youth Radio
ang nagbabalik.
Youth Anchor. Hello,
At nandito lagi, ang laging naglalakad sa booth na ngayon ay mag-a-anchor na today. I am Adrian Santualia, nagli-level up.
Level up tayo ngayon.
Baka nagugulat ang mga listeners natin ngayon kung bakit iba ang boses si Jexy.
Bakit nga ba?
Ba't parang mas pumogi ang nagsasalita ngayon?
Mas pogi nga. Bakit nga
Mas
ba?
macho.
Asan kaya si Dadan?
Nasaan na si Dadan? Dan, kung nandiyan ka man sa Morong Rizal, Dan. Naiwan ata namin yesterday sa isang talk sa Rizal. So Dan, kung saan ka man ngayon, Dan, ingat ka.
Yun, binabatay natin lahat ng kabataang nakikinig ngayon. It will be a very sensible afternoon, mga kabataan. Kaya tune in lang tayong lahat dyan. At dahil dyan, marami tayong mga kasama ngayon dito. Bati-bati tayo dyan. James!
Yung mga
Hi,
kasama
James!
natin. Kanan.
James, Rosa, hello. Bati-bati tayo
Say hi,
dyan.
mga batchmate ko to sa VoiceWorks.
Hello, everybody. This is Canon Lee of VoiceWorks 26 of Created Voices. I am a friend of Adrian. And
Yes.
here's
James,
my
come on,
friend
James.
Hello guys, I'm James. So, guys of VoiceWorks 26. So, yeah. Have a great afternoon.
And eto, nagbabalik.
Matagal na nawala?
So, hi everyone. Hello mga katinig. So, it's been like 2 weeks. Dito naman ako. So, sorry to bother again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hi, Ate Mina. Bati ka dyan.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Mina Diocareza here, the head writer of Voice of the Youth Radio and at the same time, member ng Society of the Young Voice Artists of the Philippines. Hello!
Bago pa natin makalimutan, si Ate Chay nakikinig. Hello, Ate Chay from Creative Voices.
Hello po
Sila
sa
Kuya Ruel.
afternoon batch ng VoiceWorks 26.
At ang mga OJTs dyan na friends ko. Yun,
Hello, mga
hi.
tropa natin dyan. So, Adrian?
So, wag na natin patagalin, Jexy.
Diretso na to, marami tayong guest ngayon.
Nagbibigatin. Hindi lang marami, nagbibigatin mga guest. So, let's introduce the first guest.
Okay, so yung first guest natin ngayon ito, may kinalaman nito sa Bagyong Yolanda. Pero hindi dahil sa may sa dilubyo sila o
Akala ko
ano man,
pati
di ba?
sila. Okay.
Hindi naman.
Linawin mo.
At least malinaw.
Oo, di ba? At nakaraang linggo kasi 'di ba pinag-uusapan naman natin yung nangyari diyan sa Bagyong Yolanda na 'yan. Actually, medyo na-guilty nga ako kasi when we were talking about it, sinasabi natin na medyo impressive yung nangyari dahil nung pagkatapos ng bagyo, medyo mababa agad yung bilang ng casualties na nare-report. Pero surprisingly, after nun, di ba, biglang tumaas yung bilang. So, nakakagulat. So, hindi ko in-expect na ganun pala kalaki yung magiging pangangailangan sa tulong. Pero yun naman, yun yung maganda sa ating mga Pilipino kahit na sabihin ng iba na may pagkukulang ang pamahalaan at kung ano pa man, 'di ba? Marami tayong paraan para tumulong sa ating mga kapwa na nasalanta. Kaya yung guest natin ngayong hapon, yung unang guest natin.
Hi guys.
Isa silang grupo ng mga kabataan na mag-organize ng isang mini concert na kung saan ang proceeds ay mapupunta para sa mga biktima ng Bagyong Yolanda. So, eto na. So, sina Rhea Leorag, Diane Francisco, and nandito rin si Eboy Alamudin. So, mula sila sa Ateneo de Manila University and they're going to, Rhea and Diane are going to organize an event called All for Love. Pagbangon gikan sa dilubyo. Okay, so eto. Hello, Rhea and Diane and Eboy. Say hi.
Pakilala mo na kayo. Hi, Eboy. Hello. So, tell us about your event. So, guys.
Hi, so, okay, how do I say this? Hi, I'm Rhea.
Hi, Rhea.
I'm one of the organizers. It actually started with a Facebook post I made calling out for people who would be interested in helping out with organizing a benefit concert. It was really a random thing. And then people started responding. And then we got friends from Ateneo and UP Dalaman who were willing to help out, as in students, alumni, and profs. So, sobrang overwhelming siya for me. And within 3 days, actually, after conceptualization of that thing, na-finalize namin lahat. And ngayon, we're promoting it na. So, the event is called All for Love, Pagbangon Gikan sa Dilubyo. It's a fundraising concert for the victims of Yolanda. It's on December 6, 2013, 8 p.m.
Sa Route 196.
Sa Route 196, Katipunan Avenue.
Yun. Go. So, sino-sino mga target nating, mga iniimbitahan natin dito? Lahat ba tayo? Mga bata, matatanda?
Actually, sobrang diverse ng lineup na nakuha namin. Kasi we tapped our performer friends and all. So, people performing include the bands She's Only 16 and Imelda. Also, Mr. Janoy Danao, Mike Shimamoto, Meng and Josh, Rocky Deleste, and Eboy Alamudin, who's with us today.
Ano ba to? Magkaka-classmate kayo? Isang blackmates then you come up with this idea?
No.
Or,
actually, sorry. Yun yung nakalimutan kong
Ayun.
yan sa kanila. They're all from Ateneo de Manila University. Although si Eboy graduate na siya.
Ano yung, you're from an organization?
Actually, magka-org lang kami.
What organization?
Wait lang. Matanglawin. Pero
Ooh.
parang hindi siya collaborated.
Yan ba yung matanglawin ni Kuya Kim?
Kuya Kim?
Hindi naman, hindi naman. Okay.
Ikaw naman, ibang matanglaw.
It's more of
Ibang
parang, it's more of a magazine siya that tackles social issues. Yun.
It's basically the Filipino school paper of the Ateneo.
That's the good thing about yung mga kabataan natin ngayon. Dapat yun yung ginagawa natin, ng mga simpleng bagay. Hindi mo kailangan mag-donate ng 2 million, ng 3 billion, or kahit ano man. Alam mo yung mga simpleng youth projects na ma-appreciate ng mga tao ngayon sa Tacloban at sa mga lugar na nasalanta ng Typhoon Yolanda.
Yan. At syempre, yung pinakamahalaga rin dyan, yung paggamit ng passion nila para makatulong, diba? Kasi diba bilang kabataan, yung isa sa mga mahirap na para sa atin na gawin na yung gumawa ng makabuluhan. Kasi minsan, nagsisimula ka palang huhusgahan ka na bata ka pa lang naman wala ka pa naman masyadong magagawa.
Masakit
yun ang
diba? Medyo masakit. Pero, kung tutuusin naman, diba, kahit nagsisimula pa lang tayo, as long as yung sinusunod natin yung passion natin sa buhay, hindi natin namamalayan, pwede tayo makagawa ng mga bagay na makakatulong. So, halimbawa, itong tatlong to, so bukod dun sa Matanglawin, di ba, members din kayo ng Ateneo Kaingin. So, isa ding organization yon na involved din. So, volunteerism yon. So, ibig sabihin, etong mga kabataang to ay talagang interesado at talagang passionate sa pagtulong sa kanilang kapwa.
Pero may tanong ako, wala naman kayo mga kamag-anak na sa mga mga areas na nasalanta yung Typhoon Yolanda?
Actually, yung both father and sides ng father tsaka mother ko, pareho sila nakabase sa Samar, sa Eastern.
Kamusta naman?
So, wala pa akong balita though. Parang, yun nga, parang yung naririnig ko, medyo onti lang yung efforts ng government. Yeah, parang more of private efforts na. Pero sana makarating yung mga...
Pag-pray natin yan, yung mga lahat ng mga tao ngayon dun sa mga areas na affected, sana maka-move on tayo and makapag-build tayo ng strong strong relationship na para makabangon tayo. Kasi yun yung
kaya natin to?
Para sa akin, partner Jexy, para sa akin dapat yun yung pinakamalagang gawin natin ngayon, ipadama natin doon sa mga taong yun
na hindi sila nag-iisa,
na may pakialam tayo sa kanila,
yun.
Na hindi natin sila pinapabayaang magsimula ng sila lang.
So napapalayo na yung topic natin.
Pero balik tayo, segue, sabi.
Sige.
What do you think na tayo? Pero ngayon, balik tayo sa inyo. Paki-promote na yung inyong event at kung may page kayong papalay, go ahead, guys.
Go, Dayan.
Okay. Sige guys, All for Love, Pagbangon Gikan sa Delubyo, a fundraising concert for the victims of Yolanda. It's on December 6, 2013, 8 p.m. sa Route 196, Katipunan Avenue, featuring She's Only 16, Imelda, Janoy Danao, Mike Shimamoto, Meng and Josh, Rocky Deleste, and Eboy Alamudin. The pre-selling tickets are 200 pesos and the door price is at 220 pesos. You could contact Rhea or me, Rhea 0998-292-2591 and me for 0905-417-6340. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're also probably gonna make an event page tonight when we get home.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
It's gonna spread through social media.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we will help you to promote that project.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And then, kung meron man silang update, pwede nilang i-check actually yung Voice of the Youth Radio Facebook page. So, pupost natin doon yung, actually, magpo-post na rin tayo doon ng poster, ng teasers ng event nila. And pag kumpleto na yung kung anong kailangan nilang i-like or kung paano bumili ng ticket. So,
yun talaga yung pinaka-importante.
Maya, ikaw ba yun?
Oh my gosh.
Ay, sorry. Kala ko si Maya from Be Careful.
Wala
na, segue lang. Segue lang naman yun, guys. Sabi na nga sa inyo, ako ang segue man dito eh. So, yun.
Pag nandito si Adrian, mangyayari lagi-lagi tayong merong segue, pero masaya.
Okay. So,
pero, going back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much at mga kabataan, kahit 200 pesos pa yon, mura lang yon kumpara sa pwede nating itulong para sa mga biktima ng nasalanta ng Bagyong Yolanda. So, thank you so much, guys.
Once again, palapakan natin sila.
Thanks. Thank you.
So, ngayon naman, matapos dun sa isang project for...
Galing ng kabataan ngayon.
Yes.
Very innovative. Tsaka hindi tayo nauubusan ng mga project para makatulong talaga.
Talaga, Jexy?
Oo, talaga.
Hindi, wala naman yun. Okay. So, while waiting, batiin natin si Sir Pocholo na
Hi, Sir. Hello po.
Nag-workshop sa Batch 26 din ng VoiceWorks.
Si Ate Audrey nga pala, mga kabataan.
Ayun, nasan nga ba si Ate Audrey?
Si Ate Audrey pumunta ng Tacloban nung last night. Ata siya umalis.
Hindi ba late Tacloban, right?
Tacloban. Pumunta siya ng Tacloban. Ikaw naman late ka pa dyan. Pumunta siya ng Tacloban para tumulong sa mga volunteers doon. And thing is, kasama sa pagpunta niya doon ay yung messages nating mga nandito sa Philippines, sa Manila, para sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo. Siyempre, di ba, Adrian, hindi lang, kailangan, basic need yung...
Nakikinig ako, Jaxie.
Basic need yung food, pero di ba, malaking bagay yung maririnig nila na hindi natin sila kinakalimutan. And, yun, nagdala siya ng messages natin doon and hopefully mapabasa niya and hopefully lalo na makatulong yung mga yun sa mga nasalanta doon.
Pero don't worry, sa lahat ng mga nag-iwan ng message dun sa pinost sa Voice of the Radio page, don't worry, mamaya babasahin namin yan.
O sige, paparinig natin sa
Paparinig natin, oo.
Pero ngayon, for the meantime, go Ate Kimi!
Hey guys! Wanna know what it's like to be an ambassador? Especially if you're going to represent the United Nations? Well, we have two students here from the College of St. Benilde. They have been very active members of the Model UN community. So now I'm going to introduce Aaron Frio and Mark Anthony Dizon. Hi, guys!
Hi, guys!
Hi.
Hello
Hi.
po. Introduce yourselves.
Come
Hello
on.
po.
Yeah, go.
Yes!
Alright. Hi, guys. My name is Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
And we're currently taking up Consular and Diplomatic Affairs.
Okay, so guys, tell me naman, how can you explain Model UN to the youth in the simplest terms? Model UN, what is it?
In layman's term, it is a simulation of the operations of the United Nations through committee sessions, wherein students would be given the opportunity to address international issues, international problems, political, social, economic problems through the simulation and crafting resolutions.
Yes, and yeah, hi, I'm Mark Anthony Dizon. And actually, every delegates will have the chance to represent a certain country, and you will pursue the different foreign policy. And just like a normal United Nations, we have to produce a certain resolutions.
So, based on mga sinabi nyo, you act as ambassadors. You represent a country. So, kunwari lahat tayo nasa UN, tapos may mga placards, tayo nagpapakita ng iba't ibang bansa. Tapos nag-uusap tayo ng mga iba't ibang issues. So, tanong ko sa inyo, kayo ba nagpipili ng mga iba't ibang bansa na gusto nyong i-represent?
That would depend sa organizer.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Kasi there are a lot of different MUN conferences, and there are times when you would be given the opportunity to choose your country. There are also conferences wherein the organizers would assign your country.
And usually, di ba, konti lang yung mga local activities dito. And I know you've been abroad. You've represented the country abroad in New York. Sige, can you tell me more about your experience there?
In my side, kasi when we went to New York last March, luckily I was appointed as the first Filipino chairperson in National Model United Nations. So, sobrang overwhelming nung pakiramdam. Kasi dati, it's really my dream to go inside the General Assembly Hall. But yun, nagkaroon kami ng pagkakataon na makapasok doon mismo, tapos act as the Secretary General, the Chair, etc. etc.
Okay, so as a chairperson, what do you have to do? Is it something similar to the Senate when there's a head?
The difference is that it's in the we're practicing what we're doing in the United Nations. So you will serve as a chair, you will moderate the different delegates.
There you go.
Yeah. So for example, they have to give certain motions. You have to decide what should be given on a certain issue.
Okay, so when you have to prepare, what you have to do?
As a chair or as a delegate?
As both a chair and a delegate.
Delegate muna.
Yeah.
Yung delegate. Go.
Okay, as a delegate, there's what we call pre-conference preparation, wherein delegates or students would have to prepare. There are certain steps in preparing. You need to first research the background of your committee. For example, you were assigned in the International Atomic Energy Agency. You would have to research the background of that it was established in 1954 and stuff like that. And then, after researching your committee, you need to research on the country that was assigned to you. research its history, the foreign policy, and everything that there is to know, and their stand on a certain issue. After that, you would have to research on the topic at hand. There are usually 2 to 3 topics that you need to address as an assembly, and then after researching your topics, excuse me, you must conduct research before you could craft a position paper or a policy paper.
Okay, so tell me more about this policy paper. I know it's a lot. You have to do a lot of research.
Yeah, for the policy paper, other term it's called position paper. So on that position paper, it should include what are the past and present actions of the United Nations, what are the past and actions of the country that you are representing, and what are you trying to propose in a certain issue. So, for example, in IA, International Atomic Energy Agency Committee, if you're talking about Fukushima, the nuclear crisis in Fukushima. So, for example, you're in your Philippines or your Canada, what's the stand of your country with regard to that issue? So it should reflect in your position paper or policy paper.
Okay, so can you tell us more about your experience, even locally and internationally? Okay, let's start first with your first Model UN. Tell me more about your experience.
How was it?
Aaron? Yeah, Aaron.
Okay. So my first Model UN experience was entitled FROSH, Model United Nations. It was hosted by De La Salle College of St. Benilde, and I represented the Federal Republic of Germany. And my first experience was really nerve-wracking because I really don't know what to say. I really didn't know what to do exactly. And then when I was already in that conference, that was there when I realized that, oh, this is what I should do. This is what I think should resolve the certain topic at hand. So
issues.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about you, Mark?
My first experiences in Model United Conference 2 years ago when I represented the Qatar in United Nations Environmental Program. So most of the topics are about environment. So at first it's really hard because you really have to have a skill when it comes to public speaking, how to negotiate with other students, etc., etc. So yun, sobrang challenging siya. Kaya nga ngayon we're trying to advocate something. Kasi as we dito kasi sa Philippines ngayon last July, if I'm not mistaken, sobrang naging popular nung Philippine Model Congress, which is like a simulation of the actual Philippine Congress. But actually, if you will look at different countries in the United States of America, in Europe, in Asia, sobrang mas popular yung Model United Nations, which are the actual simulation of United Nations. That's actually our goal right now. We are conducting different workshops at different schools to educate, train if they're willing na mag-conduct ng Model United Nations. Pwede bang just in case
plug.
Yeah,
plug.
Yeah, we're actually conducting free Model United Nations workshop for free. Last June, we went to University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Then last August, we went to University of St. La Salle, Bacolod. Wow. So if they're interested, they're taking IR or kahit hindi IR, or if their organization or school are interested to have a Model United Nations workshop. Just email us at modelunworkshop@gmail.com. modelunworkshop@gmail.com, or you can text us or call us at 0915-879-2025. 0915-879-2025.
Okay, so can you tell us more about your experiences teaching Model UN? Since you told us you've been active and you guys have been active speakers.
Okay. Teaching something require us to actually integrate everything we have learned from our course. And what we did was we integrated everything from international relations to Philippine foreign policy to the history of diplomacy, the practice of diplomacy, and a whole lot more, and the technicalities of Model UN. So my experience as an instructor of Model United Nations it's very hard at first. But once you get to know the basics of how to teach international relations, how to teach foreign policy, how to teach everything about the United Nations, it becomes a little bit lighter but it's still nerve-wracking when there's an audience in front of you.
May tanong ako, with regards po dun sa sa organization, right? Kung paano magjo-join yung mga students, may certain requirements ba kayong
age limit?
Ayun, may mga requirements para malaman nila.
Okay. That would depend upon the organizers, but this coming February, De La Salle College of St. Benilde will be hosting the 2014 Philippine Model United Nations. It's from February 5 to 8, and our Facebook page is facebook.com/De La Salle College of St. Benilde Philippine Model United Nations. And our webpage is www.philmoon2014.wordpress.com.
Yun. So,
okay. Is there anything na gusto nyo pang i-plug or i-promote? May upcoming events?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The 2014 Philippine Model United Nations is the 16th simulation. And please, if you have, if you're online right now, you could go to our page and then you can pre-register. It's now open. There are 2 steps in registration. Number 1 is pre-registration, wherein you would give information about you, your background, as well as you would be required to answer certain questions. And then once you answer those questions, the Office of the Secretary General will screen those, and then hopefully by next week, our office would give you the letter of acceptance. And then registration proper is from November 26 to December 5. That is when you could pay. So payment instructions are online on our Facebook page and our webpage.
Yes, and actually we're encouraging everyone to join Model United Nations kasi as we all notice, yung mga kabataan ngayon sobrang involved sila when it comes to local politics. But bihira na naririnig natin na parang sobrang na magkaroon sila ng concern when it comes to international issues. It's really important, especially right now. We have the concern with the West Philippine Sea, with how we deal with other countries. So we're encouraging everyone, kung gusto nyong maranasan paano maging diplomat, how we pursue our foreign policy, how we negotiate with other countries. Pwedeng sobrang ganda na sumalit sila sa Model United Nations. Yeah.
Any course can participate, right?
Yes.
Any course. Take note, guys, any course, not just those in the political courses.
So sa mga katinig natin dyan, kasi syempre nakikinig tayo ng mga balita, napapakinggan natin yung mga labanan when it comes to mga other countries. So sa mga interesado dyan, yun, napakinggan nyo naman yung mga yung website, Facebook, and contact numbers. Huwag na magpatupik-tupik pa.
Go na.
Ngayon na.
And kung interesado kayo, wait nyo lang sa page namin. Ipopost namin yan mamaya. And sinabi naman nila kung paano sila makontak. So, go lang mga kabataan. Thank you guys. Thank you, Sir Mark.
Once again, thank you. Palakpakan natin sila.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, ngayon, talagang inuulan tayo ng guest today. Grabe, Jexy.
Dire-diretso.
So, talagang di tayo maubusin ng topic for
kasi
today.
Kasi ang kabataan, never silang hindi naging active. Lagi
dapat nga ganun talaga mga kabataan ngayon.
Sana nga lahat tayo ganun.
Enjoy your youth. Hindi yung Facebook lang nag-enjoy sa Facebook. Enjoy Twitter. Mo by joining organizations na may magandang visions.
Kasi baka akala ng iba boring kapag maraming mga sa labas. Kapag di ka nagpe-Facebook.
No.
Actually, hindi. Mas masaya.
Mas marami kang matututunan and ma-realize mo kung gaano ka
ang daming pwede mong magawa.
Kalimited yung time.
Nakaharap sa computer, di ba? So, anyway, Ate Kimi, go ahead.
Hey guys, I have another set of guests from College of St. Benilde.
Sino yan?
Yes. So, I've invited the group called Synesthesia. So
What again?
Synesthesia.
What again yun? Ano ulit, Kimi?
Ayoko na. Okay. So, they're gonna talk about their exhibit, which is actually one of their final projects. So, they're going to promote what it is. Guys, you have to attend before they become famous and their artworks will be sold for millions.
Pero bago tayo ma-attend dyan sa sinasabi mong synesthesia na yun, ano nga ba ang synesthesia? Pakilala mo na tayo pala.
Guys. You're on.
Hi, I'm Drea.
I'm Krisha.
So, hi, I'm Melissa Holmes.
Hi, girls. So, tell us more about your org.
Go, girls.
Well, Synesthesia is a multimedia arts exhibit, and that will showcase different multimedia artworks created by 18 graduating students of De La Salle College of St. Benilde. And as well, we would promote rising and upcoming OPM bands and artists. So, feed your eyes, and so as we present to you photos, graphics, and videos, while superb live music plays on.
Nice.
So, where's this going to be held, guys?
At the Roanoke Art Center, the second floor, Secret Fresh Gallery.
Is that where? In Green Hills, right?
Near Green Hills.
Okay, Green Hills.
Do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah,
Twitter
you can
account?
follow us on Twitter at 2013 Synesthesia and then like our page at facebook.com Synesthesia Exhibit. So there.
Okay, so who are we expecting to come?
Actually, we're still finishing the lineup, but we have 6 announced bands: Yolanda Moon, EJ Angustia, Extrapolation, Moonwalk, Autotelic, actually not here. And we have six more to go.
It's okay. I mean, this is open for anyone, right? To visit?
for anyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Ayun, free.
Oh,
no.
We have entrance fee.
Okay.
Magkano po yan?
Ano pa, still
To be announced.
Yeah, to be announced. Kasi yung proceeds namin mapupunta sa Yolanda victims.
Yeah, through the help of Gawad Kalinga.
That's nice.
Okay, so mga katinig yan yung mga iba't ibang ways, so pwede kayong makatulong by joining their event na nag-enjoy na kayo, nakatulong pa kayo.
Nakatulong ka pa, di ba? So yun guys, again, saan to mga gaganap and kailan?
On November 28 to 29, it will start on 5 p.m. to 12 midnight for 2 days, and then just go to the Roanoke Art Center, Secret Fresh Art Gallery.
Green Hills and 1.
Yeah, Green Hills and 1.
You're going to post the commute directions, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
So meron pa ba tayong mga dapat pang i-promote?
You wanna greet?
We would like to thank our sponsors. In partnership with Gawad Kalinga, co-presented by Dogtown Manila. Thank you to our sponsors, SC Mega World Construction and Development Inc., Makey, PNP Tattoo, Pizza Hut, San Miguel Brewery Corporation, Gencar Machine Fabric Corporation, Royalty Clothing, Synesis, Thousand Oaks Packaging, Medicamenta Incorporation, Guitar Underwear, E-Relax Home Service Massage, and our media partners, Voice of the Youth, Amplify.ph, Endify.me, WTF Happened Last Night, 99.5 Play FM, Radio Republic, WhenInManila.com, and special thanks to Charlie's Garden and Grill in Roanoke, Ms. Vanny Puente, Sir Nestor Abrugena, Sir Gerard Alvina, Tony of Secret Fresh, Riza Robles of the Pond, Sparky, our creatives, marketing, logistics, and financial team.
Thank you, guys. What about your prof? Aren't you going to greet your prof?
Hi, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Ano pangalan ng prof?
Miss Vanny.
Hi, Miss Vanny.
Sir Nestor.
Yun. So nice. Dami yung sponsors. Pero,
nainggit ako sa kanila. Ang dami nilang sponsors.
Pero pupunta tayo dyan.
Yes.
Voice of the Youth Radio daw, media partner.
Pero kumakatok po kami sa puso ng mga sponsors. Sana po.
Lakad nyo naman kami. Anyway, meron tayong, andyan si Marie. Anyway, kailan ulit to?
November 28 to
November 28 to 29.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. Yun yung hanap.
So pag wala kayong pasok ng Thursday and Friday, diretso na sa CSB at CSB, right?
No.
Oh, sorry. So, ulitin natin.
Kunyari wala na
kung wala kayong pasok, diretso na kayo sa
Secret Fresh
Gallery, second floor.
At mag-enjoy at nakakatulong na kayo sa mga nasalanta ng bagyong Yolanda.
That's right. Watch out for their updates on Facebook.
Yeah,
follow us.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Uy, yung mga kasama nila, pabatiin natin.
Yeah.
Say hi. Dito.
Go ahead.
Richmond Arceo.
Okay. Pakilala ka.
Hi, I'm Rich. I would like to greet my advisor, Miss Vanny Puente. Hi, Miss.
Hi, Miss. Yay, thank you guys.
Thank you guys once again.
Good job.
Thank you. Please come.
Our next guest, go Ate Kimi.
All right, so our next guest
Grabe.
is the chairman and founder of You Happy Events, the president of General Underwriters Incorporated, the co-founder of At62, and the core member of Youth Vote Philippines, and a member of the Zonta Club of Metro Ortigas. I'd like to introduce Mr. Howard De Baron.
Yay!
Wow.
Hi, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon po.
Magandang hapon.
Wow. Ano ba, Adrian? Di ba nakilala natin si sir?
Oo.
Sa isang event na nag-cover tayo sa event ng mga UP Manila students sa
Yes.
Ignite 2013.
Ano bang school dyan, St.
HR
Paul?
Youth Philippines.
HR Youth, from HR Youth Philippines.
Yes. And grabe, inform natin yung ating mga listeners today na ang pinaka-highlight natin today is about volunteerism.
Yeah.
Yun,
Thank you. Thank you
sa
po,
mga-
sir, for coming.
Sa mga listeners natin diyan, pag may mga questions kayo with regards to our guest, tweet us at #VoteRadio.
Yeah. At Votey Radio. Yeah. Tweet nyo lang kami doon. So, hi sir, good afternoon po. So, tell us about, kasi baka may mga nakikinig sa atin na hindi nila alam yung You Happy Events. So, sir, ano po ba yung You Happy Events?
Well, we are an organization focused on marginalized children. So, yung mga may hirap na kabataan, yun po yung focus namin. Now, how do we do that? We create events by combining a sponsor, yung gustong tumulong, at yung mga bata. So, we do events regularly so that we can enable volunteers to help out. So, yun ang ginagawa namin, no?
Opo.
So, and every year, we've been doing this for the last 7 years. We've been doing more and more events so that more people can actually volunteer.
Sir, may question ako, sir. Kailan po ba nag-start tong You Happy Events?
We started December of 2006. So, bata pa ako nun. So, kanina you invited some young people and I feel na hindi na ako masyado young. No?
Sir, ilang taon na po ba kayo, sir? Kung di natin
Youth pa rin si sir.
Youth pa din.
Youth pa rin.
Yeah. I'm 33 now.
Pasok.
33, kala ko 22.
Guys, bolero po yan si Kimi. Ay, hindi, joke lang po.
What's bolero? Joke lang.
Oh my gosh, what's bolero? Anyway, sir.
Sir, before po na matatag ang You Happy Events, are you with volunteer organizations na po? Or?
Opo, paano kayo nagkaroon ng interest sa volunteerism and all?
Well, I believe every person has a inspiration.
Opo.
So, I started when I was in high school. When I was part of a group in LaSalle. I started in LaSalle Green Hills. And I had an exposure to do outreach to street children.
Okay.
So, since I was 17, I joined initiatives from different people. And finally, when I said, why don't I start one so I can involve my own friends and my own network? So that's where it started.
Ano po ba kayo, sir? Nag-invest po ba kayo ng pera for that? Yung nagsisimula pa lang kayo, sir?
Well, I remember when you want an audience, kung gusto mong pansinin ka ng mga tao in your advocacy, I remember December of 2006, I had a merienda. And I remember doing it in the fort in Trio. So, medyo mahal doon. So, I remember, well, I paid for that on my personal money, hoping that these people would actually help me. So, well, not many actually supported me on that day. But I continued to persist until I got a team right now, or a good team right now, to help us do more things.
So, ano po yun? Yung mga nakasama niyo po nung launch na yun, hanggang ngayon, member pa rin sila?
Actually, like I said, sa lunch, wala masyadong interesado. Kumain lang sila.
Kasi sir, ano po, yung nakikinig kami sa Ignite, kasi we were caught by your presence.
Grabe na. Seriously. Parang
yes, sir.
Nag-ignite yung passion namin sa pagtulong.
Kasi sir, yung organization pa namin ngayon, which is Voice of the Youth Radio, nag-start lang po siya this year.
Vision lang siya.
With the vision of Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez, na it's a volunteer organization na kami po ang magvo-voice out ng kabataan.
Tinig ng kabataan.
Tinig ng mga kabataan. So, while we're listening to you, sir, na-inspired po kami. And may sinabi kayo dun, sir, na yung during yung pagbibuild ng volunteer org, sabi niyo po hindi po lahat ng nandun is talagang volunteer.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So may mga iba't ibang purposes sa mga tao kung ba't sila nagvo-volunteer. That's why we continue to make more programs para masala natin kung sino ba talaga yung gustong tumulong.
Sir, paano po natin malalaman kung talagang volunteer ang isang tao? Yun.
I guess,
kasi these days po, ang daming mga nag-volunteer.
Ang daming pwede mag-volunteer kahit sino. Pero, paano nga ba masasabing
volunteerism yung ginagawa?
Mula sa puso ang pagiging volunteer.
Well, I think one of the best ways to know is consistency. I mean, nag-volunteer ka lang ba ngayon kasi sikat maging volunteer? Or nag-volunteer ka lang ba kasi sabi ng nanay mo, umalis ka ng bahay, gumawa ka ng mabuting bagay. Or dinrag ka ng girlfriend mo sa isang event, tapos tinawag mo na ng sarili mo, volunteer ka na. I think volunteer comes when we are consistent and we do it not because people tell us, but because it's in our heart. So we have a desire to do that. So I always use this illustration the last time. When you go to the doctor and the doctor hits your knee, and then it jerks up, right? And that's not our control. That's really how it's done. And that's what we call a reflex. So, and volunteerism should be a reflex to us, no? something happens to other people or someone needs something, we immediately respond and say, I'm there, I want to volunteer. Yeah.
Kasi ngayon, ang dami sa social networking sites, tumulong sila sa repacking, pero mas marami pa yung selfie nila kaysa sa mga
kapansin-pansin ngayon kasi selfie generation. May kita natin, ang mga DP ng mga tao ngayon is nagbubuhat ng sako, naglalagay ng mga
pero
bigas
okay
sa
yun,
plastic.
yung tumutulong sila. Yun, okay naman yun eh.
Well, my opinion there is,
Sige, sir.
as long as you're helping and maybe you're doing a selfie, that's fine. Because photos are tools for us to let people know that I'm helping. Maybe you want to help also. But there is a different way of doing a selfie.
Yeah.
Kaya nga siguro, sir, maganda rin na ngayong panahon is taking ng mga tao kasi mas napaparating natin yung tulong from abroad. Kaya nga maraming tumulong, different countries na nag-donate ng pera and tulong. So sir, ano ba talaga yung pinaka sa inyo, nag-inspire sa inyo, sir, para maging isang volunteer, para magtatag ng, kasi di ba minsan mag-volunteer tayo, tutulong lang tayo, pero hanggang doon lang, sir, parang paano po kayo na-inspire na mag-build at mag-lead ng isang organization na mag-i-invite ng mga volunteers?
Well, I'm a volunteer myself for so many years, and I said, how can I make my friends volunteer when I myself, I don't level up? You know? I mean, there are different levels of being a volunteer. So I said, I wanted my friends to do that. So I had to make an organization so that they would go. Maybe some friends would say, I don't want to go to that group, I don't want to volunteer that group because I don't know who they are. Hindi ko alam kung anong ginagawa nila, hindi ko alam kung anong focus nila. So, I mean, the excuse is minimized when I myself say, kilala niyo ako, kilala niyo yung ginagawa ko, why don't you join me in what I'm doing? So, I leveled up in that particular way.
Sir, question din isa. Puro tayo question. Yung question and answer portion tayo ngayon. Sir, bakit po You Happy Events?
Oo nga po pala.
Ba't po You Happy?
Tsaka yung logo nyo, bakit ganon?
Well, nag-evolve yung pangalan namin, no? Sa simula, ang tawag namin was You Foundation. And then, we changed it to You Happy Events because our real main focus is to make events to make children happy. So, when you make a child happy, there are points there, no? How do you make them happy? Is it just a momentary happiness or is it a sustainable one?
Yes,
so, we said, okay, let's make the sustainability part on the happiness side by making sure that we partner with a group that has a program for the children and we support that program. So every event that we do with children focuses on two things. Number one, we make sure that we provide support. Okay, whether that's monetary or goods, we do that. No? And the other one is we teach values. So actually, I'm wearing this shirt and I'm wearing this ID because I came from an event this morning in Marikina.
Anong event po yun, sir?
We had kite flying this morning.
Oh.
So we invited an expert when it comes to kites. I mean, the guy makes kites as big as himself.
Wow.
And he flies it in UP, and that's where I met him. I was in an event in UP which we were part of, and there was this guy flying a kite in Sunken Garden. I said, hey, this guy can teach kids his passion. So the teach value part is really about we get a professional to teach children about something. And then once they love that thing or love that particular value, then they might make it their own passion as well. So matagal pala gumawa ng kite, no? So it took us, I think, an hour and a half to teach the kids how to make a kite.
Tagal.
Grabe, sir, ako yung huling beses akong nagpalipad ng saranggola is
grade?
I think hindi pa ako grade school.
Oo, ako din.
Grabe, at gawa pa sa, alam mo yung plastic bag.
Tapos may
walis ting-ting. Yun yung mga nagpapagawa ka lang sa tita mo, tapos papaliparin mo lang sa labas ng bahay mo.
Sa inyo, sir, paano pong ginawa yun?
Medyo social ng konti.
Ay, sorry. Yung sa amin, plastic lang.
Kasi sa amin, we used art paper, not art paper,
Level
but
up.
papel de Hapon, Japanese paper.
paper.
Yes, and different colors. So we also encourage the children to design their own kites.
Apo.
And we also, of course, use walis ting-ting.
Sir, mga nagre-range po sa mga ilang taon
Apo,
yung
mga kids.
Mga kids.
As young as 7 years old. 7 to 15. Yeah. Kasi yung mga teenagers in that group are actually the kuya and ate in that house. It's an orphanage that we partnered with. Yeah.
Yun nga po yung gusto kong tanong kanina. Kung orphanage yun or from schools. Usually po, sir, yung mga ini-invite yung mga kids from orphanages, from schools or houses, ano po yun?
Well, there are 3 classifications of children. And this is probably our own classification.
Ayun nga po. How do you classify kids?
Given that we've done it many years, there are 3 kinds. No? The first kind is the orphans. So basically, these are children that are without parents, or they're already abandoned, or they have parents pero binigay na sila sa orphanage.
Opo.
The second category is community. Okay, the community-based children have parents, but they're very poor. So they live in the informal settlers, so to speak. So there's an organization that handles these children in the communities. And the last one, and the third one, is what we call children with illness. So they have parents, but they don't have the liberty to be a child. So they're either with cancer or leukemia, or they have a rare disease. So we give our sponsors the choice to pick which of these 3 categories they wanna sponsor and help out. Yeah.
Sir, ano ba yan? Yung organization nyo ba yan, yung organization nyo na ba yan, sir, is open to all na pag for example, may event kayo, sir, is open ba yan, sir, na may tumatawag kayo? Okay lang yan, okay lang. Na pwede po ba kami, kunwari, interesado po kami mag-join and maging part ng
volunteers
ng isang event ng You Happy, sir. Paano po ba kami?
Definitely.
Pwede po ba kami?
The purpose of our existence is really for everyone to volunteer. So we open our invitations for every event that we do. Actually, this year we've done 67 already.
Wow.
And all those 67 events is open to the public. If you wanna attend an event, we give you a different kind of concept every single week. Like last week we had a dance workshop. This week it's kite.
Wow.
Next week it's a different one again. We're gonna do art and stories, and then in the future we're having lead poi. We're gonna do a poi workshop for the children.
Sir, ano po yung poi workshop?
I mean, you go to Boracay and see those...
Yung parang fire.
Yung parang gano'n yung mga dancers.
Pero syempre, they're not gonna do fire.
LED yung LED yung LED lights.
LED lights for the performers, but on the ground, we're gonna provide them with sock poi. Now, a sock poi is sa dulo yung socks. Pero the whole concept of doing poi is still there. Wala lang siyang fire. So, you're thinking, what are you gonna do with that when they grow up? I don't know. Maybe they want to be a performer.
Poi dancer.
Yeah, poi dancer. Or basically, they just have a discipline that they can focus themselves on.
Oh, yeah.
So, iba-iba yung workshop namin. No? We have right about 25 kinds of workshops that you can actually balance it with. So, may mga sports, may mga art-related, para meron kami natuturo sa bata. Yeah.
So, paano po yun, sir? Kung gusto namin sumali, halimbawa, paano po kami may inform na may magkakaroon ng ganitong event, or paano namin kayo contact kung paano, halimbawa, may event, gusto namin mag-volunteer?
Well, we post all our event announcements in Facebook.
Ahead of time?
Ahead of time.
Opo.
And in the website. In fact, sometimes we announce the event 1 month before it happens. Right now in our website, we have the November list of activities, and by next week we'll release the December events that we're gonna be doing.
Sir, speaking of that, ano po yung website ng You Happy Events?
Well, it's simple. No? It's letter U,
happyevents.com. Okay, youhappyevents.com, mga katinig. Sige, sir.
Yeah. So, and then we are also in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
I think I followed you on Instagram after nung event ng Ignite. Kuya Harvard po kayo, di ba?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
at nagpa-picture pa kami kay Mr. Harvard kasi fans po kami Mr. Harvard.
I have a question. So, with regard to some of your activities, sir, is there any requirement?
Well, a requirement is for you to actually have the heart to do so.
I mean, example, like, do they have to bring, or do they have to bring anything, or any dress code?
No dress code. Don't have to bring anything.
Okay.
We just hopefully they buy a shirt from us so that everyone wears the same thing.
Oh.
But if they don't want to buy a shirt, it's fine. They don't
Sir,
have
magkano po ang t-shirt? Talagang gigil na bumili ng t-shirt.
Kasi kung gigil na gigil din tayong tumulong sa kanila.
Oo.
Ang t-shirt namin, 250 lang. So, and then of course, a part of that goes to the cost of the shirt and the part of that goes to the fundraising.
Opo.
Yeah.
Ayun. At least nakatulong na kayo pag after nyo pumunta dun sa concert ng sa may CSB, bumili kayo ng t-shirt.
Punta naman kayo sa You Happy Events.
Oo.
Bili rin kayong t-shirt. Pero, volunteerism to. So, okay lang. Sabi nga ni Sir, okay lang kahit hindi kayo bumili. Ang importante, tumulong tayo.
Yeah, actually, we're very much involved in the Yolanda aftermath as well.
Ano pong mga projects nyo?
So, paano kami nag-encourage pa ng volunteers for that? Now, of course, hindi namin sinasabi sa mga volunteers, sa inyo lang kami
umaasa.
Sa inyo, gusto namin sa amin lang kayo nagvo-volunteer.
Okay.
Gusto namin, nagvo-volunteer kayo kahit saan kayo nandun. So, that's the reason why we launched a information campaign on different relief sites all over Metro Manila. So, when you go to our website and in our Facebook, you'll see the listings of all the volunteer opportunities for that day. So, we launched a daily listing of volunteer opportunities for volunteers. So, if you go to our Facebook, today at 12 o'clock, we actually put it there at 12 o'clock every day. Today we have 18 sites for you to look into. Last night there was 21. 2 days before we had 14. And these are in different locations in Metro Manila. So we tell them, well, if you're not doing anything at night or maybe you don't have work, maybe you can volunteer, repack, or even donate to these centers.
Yun.
Sir, pag-usapan naman natin ng mga karanasan niyo nung mga times na nagsa-start kayo with the youth events. Syempre, sir, di ba, pag nagtatayo tayo ng organizations,
pag beginning kasi, yun yung pinakamahirap.
Lahat ng challenges dyan ano ba, sir, yung sa tingin niyo biggest challenge na...
Ay, sir, wait lang po. Ano po tong You Happy Events? Kayo lang po yung mismong founder or may mga co-founder kayo?
Well, I just started it myself.
Oh.
But, syempre, you don't sustain a program like that without the help of a good team. So, yeah, actually, I think some of our group members are listening now. And
hi, guys. Hello po.
Hello.
These people that are listening to me are actually very competent, very able team. That's why we get to make this bigger. Going back to your question,
Sir, share ka naman, sir, ng mga experiences niyo diyan.
Well, marami tayong hindrances, maraming mga tao na nagpo-put down on the efforts. Some people say, for example, that I'm doing it for a show. I'm doing it because I want to be popular. I want to be known by people. Of course, there's also the financial side. When you are not known yet, or the brand is not known yet, then people probably won't support you. So, initially, I would basically pull out my own money to be able to fund these events, to make sure that they actually happen. And another one is really making people bad along the way. I've
making people bad?
How do I say that? May mga kasama ka sa group mo na disagree in some of your ways, in some of the way of doing things. So, nagtatampo sila or ganyan.
Sir, how do you handle those kinds of...
Well, on most occasions naman, I recognize my fault in being able to handle the group properly. I mean, kasi when you're dealing with volunteers, it's hard eh. Yes, there is an expectation to perform, but at the same time, you can't demand so much, no? But at the same time, if there's no expectation, if there's no result, then you don't make yourself good, or the group doesn't make itself excel.
Sir, kung may friendly advice man kayo, sir, sa mga nakikinig natin ngayon, nakakatinig natin ngayon na napapaisip kung mag-volunteer ba sila, sir, ano pong isang friendly advice from you, sir, before volunteering?
Well, I actually mentioned this in some of the times that I had the opportunity to share. I call it the acronym of HUGS.
Ano yun, sir? Ano yung hug na yan?
HUGS.
Sa mga katinig, HUGS.
Meron mga tao dyan na gusto ng hug. Pero yung hug na sasabihin ko, ito yung preparation before you volunteer, no?
Ano ba yun, sir? Pag mag-volunteer, yayakapin mo yung ano? Yung,
hindi. Ano po ba yun?
Well, the acronym, of course, is the letter H. That's heart. So, we want to make sure that before we volunteer, we have the right intention.
Yun, guys. Okay? Heart.
And then the next one is unconditional. So, we volunteer without expecting anything in return. So, we have resources, we share it, we give our time, but we don't expect people to say good job. Kahit wala nun, okay lang. You should be ready for that. And next one is letter G, which I call goals. No, when you wanna be progressive, you wanna have a long-term look into things. There has to be a goal. So before you volunteer, you have to ask yourself, how long am I gonna do this? How frequent or how much will I give to this particular volunteer effort?
Ay sir, ikat muna natin yan ang pagde-define natin ng for the meantime.
Mamaya
sir,
na yung S.
Mag-news break muna tayo for the meantime. Babalikan natin yan mga katinig ang ating conversation
ng letter S.
With Mr. Harvard of You Happy Events.
Yes.
So,
Radyo Inquirer 990 AM. Ang programang tutulong sa pagpapaunlad ng ating kabuhayan at aalalay sa mga mamamayang nais mapalago ang hanap buhay.
Paano raw naman yung 10 buwan na naghihintay ang mga magsasaka? Paano po sila kikita, Kaperis?
Maraming mga sinasabi, opportunities itong ibigay unang-una. Employment dun sa mga farmers. At ang pag-asa makagenerate tayo ng mga hanap buhay ay sa agrikultura.
Sa tulong ng iba't ibang sektor at kooperatiba ng ating bansa, bibigyan tayo ng kaalamang may ugnay sa turismo, agrikultura, ekonomiya at iba pang usaping may kinalaman sa pagpapaangat ng ating bayan.
Ang pag-uusapan natin dun, yung inimiti natin mga programa para sa mga kooperatiba. Yung talagang pangkabuhayan, yung talagang tinatawag na pambahay, housing, at saka ecotourism.
Lakas Koob, Buhay at Kabuhayan. Kasama si Jerry Saudi at ang Secretary General ng Cooperative Union of the Philippines, Ka Felix Borja. Tuwing Sabado, alas 7 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga, dito lang sa Radyo Inquirer, 990 AM. Radyo Inquirer, 990 AM.
Philippine Standard Time, it's a minute after 4 in the afternoon. Here now is the news for this hour. The United Nations said disparity in the number of fatalities from Super Typhoon Yolanda is normal. UN Public Information Officer Orla Fagan disclosed that the death toll discrepancy between the reports of the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs and the NDR-RMC is common during the initial stages of a disaster. Fagan said they do not want to create an issue with the government. That is why they are closely coordinating with the NDR-RMC. According to NDR-RMC Chief Eduardo Del Rosario, the NDR-RMC is the only agency that will provide official reports about the impact of Super Typhoon Yolanda that flattened large areas of the Visayas region. Meanwhile, damaged houses in Typhoon Yolanda affected areas increased to more than 280,000. This report from Jongman Lapaz.
According to National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, the number of damaged houses in the Visayas areas affected by Super Typhoon Yolanda increased to 287,199, or 160,831 are totally damaged, and 126,368 are partially damaged. Meanwhile, some local government units in Capiz and Iloilo and the municipality of Barbazan, Antique, still do not have water supplies. NDRMC also said until today, power outage still being experienced in some provinces and in municipalities in Region 4B, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm Jong Malapas for Radio Inquirer 990 AM.
And that's the latest news for this hour. For more news updates, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Our account is Radio Inquirer 990@yahoo.com or visit www.ustream.tv/channel/DZIQ for our live video streaming. This is Racy Amado for Radio Inquirer 990 AM.
lumindol ng emosyon at takot.
So, ang makikita natin, nasa street kami ng Lahog, City, walang power. Saka ang mga tao ay nagkilabasan sa kanilang mga bahay. Nasa road yung mga tao. Yung iba, ayaw nang pumasok sa mga bahay nila.
Bumagyo ng luha.
Nung sinabi ng nanay ko na okay naman kami so far, yun lang, nakahinga na ako ng maluwang. I don't care kung homeless ako ngayon, kung wala, as in totally wala, okay lang. Pero as long as okay lahat ng
Hindi po yung mga kababayan natin, nagmamakaawa sa siyang na taon bilang journalist, sa dami ko na rin na-cover na disaster. Nakapag-cover ako ng gera sa Mindanao. Siguro, 4 o 5 beses ako napaiyak kasi alam mo yun, yung lalapit sa yung tao, tapos bata, yung lola nila. Kahit na gusto mong tumulong, hindi ka makatulong.
Bumaha ng kalungkutan.
I touch my heart. Maski na ganong kadesperado mga tao, nagtutulungan pa rin sila.
Lahat was out na wala kami mabibili ng pagkain doon. Tapos yung pera namin din na nandoon, nabaon. Mabuting bakasyon muna. Kalimutan yung sakit ng pangyayari.
Nawasak na mga buhay at pangarap.
I don't know kung makakapubon kami, siguro it will take years.
You can move on, Chona. Maraming tutulong. We admire you for your courage. You're going on air, reporting dito sa ating stasyon.
Yan ang mga naging epekto ng mga kalamidad at karahasan na sunod-sunod na nangyari sa Pilipinas.
Tayong mga Pilipino,
Malugmok man at sulutin ng panahon.
bumabangon at nagsisimulang muli.
Nagtutulungan.
Nagkakapit-binti.
Nananalangin para sa bagong bukas.
Anumang pagsubok ang dumating.
Kasabay ng pananalig.
At paniniwala sa Diyos.
Ang katatagan ng Pilipino.
Hindi nagigiba.
May problema, let's strengthen our faith. Let's remove fear, substitute it with courage and more belief instead of doubt. Then it will bring faith to become invincible.
Bangon Pilipino! Bangon Pilipinas!
Ito po ang Trans Radio Broadcasting Corporation, Radyo Inquirer, 990 AM. Kasapi ng KBP. Naglilingkod, nagbabalita, may paninindigan. Radyo Inquirer, 990 AM.
Hi, this is Boy Abunda, and you are listening to the Voice of the Youth Radio. Ikaw na.
This is Anthony Pangilinan for Voice of the Youth Radio. Inspire, inform, involve, and empower.
I really like Voice of the Youth Radio on 999 kilohertz DCIQ. Enye?
And you are listening to the Voice of the Youth Radio.
So ayun mga kabataan, we're back.
I am Adrian and you are
Jexy, sexy. Anyway, let's go back to Sir Harvard. Hello po, sir. Hello po, sir.
Hi again.
So pag-usapan natin muli yung hug na sinasabi ni
Nasa
Sir.
S na tayo kanina.
Nasa na tayo?
S.
I-recap natin. First is heart.
Heart. U
is unconditional.
Unconditional. G is
goals.
And S?
And
ano po yun, sir?
The last one is what we call sense of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about that word, we talk about being excellent. So we want to have that outlook and say, I want to volunteer. I want to do it the best way I can. So actually, when I had the opportunity to share that in St. Paul,
yes,
I actually connected with courting someone, diba? So, pag tayo naliligaw ng isang babae, when in my case, I'm a guy, all those letters actually apply, no? So, yung letter H, when you say talk about heart, kailangan
you love the person.
You love the person and gusto mo talaga siyang ligawan.
Sir, napakinggan po yung kwento nyo yan, sir. That was a really heart-warming na story, sir. Sir, share nyo naman, sir.
Pa-inspire sa mga listeners natin. Paano nila marirelate yung heart, unconditional, goals, and sense of ownership sa courtship.
Yes, exactly. Kasi voice of the youth, diba? So I'm thinking there's a lot of youth listening to us. So yung H, yung heart, so we have to court someone for the right reasons, diba? So, kailangan, hindi ka na peer pressure. You just wanted to really show your love to the world, especially to her. Okay? The next one is unconditional. So, kahit tayo mabasted.
Mabasted daw, Jexy.
Kung mabasted.
Ay, hindi. Wala. Oh, sir.
Kung mabasted ka man, okay lang yan. Kasi you pursue not to get the yes, but to pursue to find out, no? And there's no guarantee in pursuing.
O yun, si Dadan ngayon siguro. Sir, nakikinig po ngayon kasi sir si Dan. So, medyo...
Nasa Morong Rizal.
Oo, medyo may mga pinagdadaanan sa pag-ibig tong ano natin.
Friend, makinig
Friend
ka.
natin. Dan, makinig ka Dan, sir.
Inspirational to. Go ahead, sir.
And of course, the obvious one is, what is your goal, diba? So, when you wanna court someone, you wanna make sure that she says yes. And you make sure of that when you do the letter S, which is the sense of ownership. So, again, sense of ownership talks about being excellent. So, marami kang kalaban siguro dun sa nililigawan mo. So, ano yung advantage mo over the other person? So, you wanna make sure that meron kang gimmick. Meron kang mga surprise na hindi baduy. Are you just throwing pick-up lines? Or are you actually doing more creative things? Are you singing for her or writing her a song?
Writing poems?
Yes. Or are you pursuing the friends and the family as well while you are courting that person? So, I want to reiterate the last one, which is very important. Yes, you want to do the hug, but you want to make it hugs so that we actually volunteer better by doing it excellently or doing it better.
Pero Jexy, kayo ba, totoo ba yung sinabi ni sir? Totoo ba? Sa perspective ng mga girls.
Rosa, open yung mic 3. Pwede ka magsalita, ha? So,
Hi Rosa.
Hi everyone.
So, Rosa, ikaw, ano ba, totoo ba yun na kapag nililigawan ka? Syempre, di ba?
Well, I think it's true. Yeah, definitely. Because you can't get any girl if the guy don't have any efforts, I think.
So, ganun din sa volunteerism, di ba po?
Exactly. Marami na ba naliligaw sa'yo? Parang marami na, no?
My parents are listening. So, hi mom.
Okay, the parents are listening. So,
sir, before tayo mag-continue having conversation with you, may mga kasama tayo dito na yung mga kabashmate ko sa VoiceWorks. So far, ano yung mga masasabi ninyo having Sir Harvard as our guest with regards to volunteerism? Kasi part na sila ngayon ng Vote Radio. So, Canon.
Yes, hello. Welcome to the Voice of the Youth Radio Show, and I would like to personally thank you for what you have done. What you have done has really impacted the community in such a way that just about anybody can take place in your events. Really, what you're doing, a lot of people should be truly grateful. I'm just overwhelmed with what you've brought to this show in terms of what you have with your sites and how much time you've contributed.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you as well.
How about you, Kimi?
What struck me the most was when you defined who a volunteer is actually. So I'm gonna keep in mind that you have to be consistent in whatever you do, and that's what I will tell my friends.
Yeah, I want to mention something about the Facebook timeline. When you are known for something, that reflects on your timeline.
Yes.
So, for example, I know you as, for example, someone who cooks or loves
to cook.
So, when I see a very entertaining chef, for example, I'll tag you to that chef and say, hey, maybe you want to be like this chef. Or you get to eat a very interesting food and you go, let me tag this person because he might want to copy this recipe. So in the same way, when we have a timeline, we want to make sure that we brand ourselves based on what we want to be. So if you want to be a reflection of a true volunteer, for example, then that would come out when people tag you post, when people associate you with. So going back
things
to
related.
Things what they know you for. And see, the goal here is we want to be known as someone who volunteers, who have the heart for other people also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sa akin na, personally, natutunan ko with Sir Harvard is bago ka mag-volunteer siguro, alamin mo kung ano yung interest mo. Kung ano yung what's your field of interest, ano yung kaya kasi pag mag-volunteer ka, syempre, dapat meron kang may tutulong. Di ba? For sure, dapat meron kang goal, sabi nga ni Sir. At alamin muna natin mga katinig kung ano ba talaga yung gusto natin. Kung ikaw ay magaling sa pagpapatawa, or talentado ka man, use that talent.
Parang ikaw yun, pagpapatawa, talentado.
Para po sa kalaman yung mga katinig, si Jaxie po ay isang magaling na mananayaw.
Going back, volunteerism tayo. Nag-text nga pala si Dadan, mga katinig. Pa-segue lang, nag-text si Dadan. Yung ating yung anchor talaga dito, hi daw sa lahat ng nakikinig.
So, madadali na daw tayo kay Dadan.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Hello po.
Happy listening.
Hello
Sir, ito
po.
Going back with Sir Harvard.
Yun.
Sir, pwede ba namin kayong tanongin, Sir, kung what's your own definition of volunteerism? Pwedeng Tagalog, Sir.
Pwedeng Tagalog, yun yung mahirap no? Mahirap ang Tagalog.
Sige, sir, it's okay, I can relate.
Hindi nyo po kailangan mag-adjust para po kay Adrian.
Sir, may makaka-relate naman po ta.
May mga English din dito.
May mga Englishero naman po dyan.
Well, it's hard to sum up the word volunteerism. No?
Opo.
Let me put it this way. Volunteerism should be part of who we are as a person.
Volunteerism should be part of who we are as a person.
Meaning, we don't live our life by just thinking that it's all about what makes me, what I like, or how will I survive, or it's not basically just I. It always should be about you. And that's pretty much the presumption why we named our group You. It's because it's not, it goes beyond ourselves, this life. It's actually about how you make other people's lives better. I mean, we want to go out there and say, what can I do for you?
Opo.
I mean, how can I make you feel that this world is a good place?
Yun yung nakita ko sa inyo, Sir. Yung siguro yung magandang katangian nyo, Sir, na na hindi na masyadong nakikita nowadays is, alam mo yung pagiging selfless.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung...
Po, sir. Pwede po ba nating sabihin na volunteerism is being selfless?
Pwede rin.
Diba?
Kasi, si Sir, ilang tanong pa ba kayo? Diba, sabi ni Sir, youth. So, sa edad niya na yan, pwede naman siyang bumili na lang ng...
car.
Bumili siya ng car, bumili ng bahay, mag-enjoy with his family, his wife.
Well,
may wife, tama ba? Mag-travel abroad. Alam mo yun, i-enjoy yung buhay niya, pero anong ginagawa niya ngayon? Nagvo-volunteer, tumutulong.
Iba yung investment niya.
Oo.
Diba?
Yeah, Sir, I actually tell my friends na nahirapan na nga ako sa work, no? Kasi wala akong ginagawang work. I mean, especially at this particular time of the season wherein there's a typhoon, I really took the time to make sure that I actually share my time to the victims, but not only that, but actually make sure that others do the same thing.
Kasi iba yung feeling, Sir, right? Pag pag andun ka na sa nagawa mo na yung project mo, nakita mo yung mga bata na nakangiti, nagpapasalamat kasi, 'di ba? Kasi ako, Sir, way back high school, naranasan ko rin naman po, Sir, maging isang student leader. Tapos nagpunta po kami sa Center for Hope sa Laguna. Tapos first time ko makita yung mga bata na abused. Tapos parang yung kasayahan nila is by playing with them. By simply playing with them. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-invest ng alam mo yun, you don't have to give everything. Parang
iba pa rin kapag galing
by
sa
simply
puso.
Playing. Yun, parang sobrang nakarelate ako sa inyo, Sir. Kaya saludo kami, ang Voice of the Youth Radio sa
You Happy Events and
sa You Happy Events. Sir, may mga ipa-plug po ba kayo? Anything?
But let me just share, actually, when we started sharing to the world or sharing to the Philippines our listing of volunteer opportunities for Typhoon Yolanda, we were overwhelmed on the interest of people with regards to how can I volunteer, where would I volunteer, do they accept 24 hours, is this site still open? I mean, for the past 4 days, I'm pretty much like a call center agent. I answer a lot of calls, I answer a lot of private messages, text messages, even comments on our post. And I hope that trend continues. I mean, last night there was an overwhelming number of volunteers that people who wanted to volunteer cannot. I mean, they were rejected. They were saying, hindi na pwede, dami na palista. And I said, why do we have this now? And how come we didn't have that before this happened? Diba? So, biglang lahat na gusto mag-volunteer. And I hope that trend continues. And I hope we continue to see the importance of that, whether there's a typhoon, whether there's a sikat kasi to kaya tayo mag-volunteer. Then let's go beyond that. Yeah.
Sir, isang personal, isang tanong mula sa akin siguro na naiisip din ng mga listeners natin ngayon. Sir, how do you balance your time? Sabihin natin, sir, 'di ba? Parang wala din nata kayo natutulog, sir. Parang paano niyo nababalance
you devote
yung time
all your
niyo?
time.
Kasi being a volunteer, kailangan ka rin marunong mag-prioritize at mag-balance ng time mo. How about you, sir?
Well, I'm just I have this mindset that I put and say I'd rather do more than do less. So
that's nice.
So one of the ways for me to be able to balance my time is really to share the load to other people. So that's delegation. In the type of business that I have, it actually runs pretty much by its own. So that gives me more time to do volunteer efforts. So I guess like a peak time like now for volunteerism, I just spend more time with this. Then when this one lays low a bit, then I can get back to my work and do more there.
Sir, nagtataka lang ako, sir. What fuels you, sir, para mag-continue dito sa volunteerism? Sa pagbo-volunteer pala. Yan.
Well, you might think this might be a selfish goal, but my goal is for me to become an instrument for people to realize how great volunteerism is. And at the same time, I want to make sure that these kids that we help out actually grow and live out a better opportunity for them. Kasi yung mga batang ni-reach out namin, hindi nila kasalanan na pinanganak silang mahirap. And really, when you're poor or when you're marginalized, it's really difficult to get out of that. Because the opportunities from the start is already less for you. I mean, you go to a school that's not so equipped. So how can you now compete yourself with someone who goes to a private school with connections from the parents and compete in the corporate world and maybe run your own business? I mean, it's really hard. So that's why I continue to press on and say, guys, help me out with our group so that we can actually do something. And you cannot do something significant unless you continue to do it for a very long time.
Yun.
That's why I'm doing it for a very long time. I mean, being a volunteer now for 16 years, so it might not be enough. I mean, I volunteer as much as I can.
Sir, may mga particular charities po ba kayo na partners o yung nagbe-benefit po sa You Happy events?
Marami kaming partners. Actually, we consider ourselves one of the largest umbrella organizations in the Philippines. We have 58 NGO partners under our umbrella. Yeah. So marami kaming
malawak na po talaga yung nare-reach ng You Happy events.
Yes.
So mga kabataan, kung gusto nyong mag-take part sa volunteerism and sa pagpapasaya ng lalo na ng mga kids na unfortunate or is fortunate, contact nyo lang po ang You Happy Events sa kanilang website and kay Mr. Harvard, kay Kuya Harvard.
Yeah.
So, sir, bago po natin natapusin hindi naman tapusin.
Ang kwentuhang ito.
Dahil nagabol tayo sa oras, sir. May mga ipa-plug pa po ba kayo, sir? Anything upcoming events?
Events.
Plans?
Well, we have an event coming up on Saturday next week.
Ooh.
So, in the morning of November 23, we have a Arts and Stories. That's going to be held in Pasig, Jesus Loves the Little Children Foundation. In the afternoon, we're going to reach out to National Children's Hospital for the cancer patients. And on Sunday next week, the day after, November 24, we'll be sending kids from Payatas, from Tulong sa Kapwa Kapatid, for a trip to La Mesa Eco Park.
Wow.
So, we have 3 events coming up next weekend, and actually more coming up. So, if you want to plug yourself and be a volunteer and be selfless and start making it progressive and consistent, just go to our website. That's letter U. That's U.
Yes, actually
happyevents.com. So everything that you need to know about volunteer work, opportunities, and even connect you to other organizations that need help, we can do that through our site.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you po. May gusto po kayong batiin?
Sir, sige po.
Well, gusto ko lang batiin yung mga nakikinig sa amin, yung mga teams, yung mga member namin from You Happy Events. We have a WhatsApp and they're telling me to greet them. I'm not gonna greet them personally. I'm just gonna greet the entire team. And of course, some of my friends who asked me to greet them. That's Ella and Iya. Yan, Ella and Iya.
Hi, Ella and Iya.
I want a treat for this greet. So, Bibin mo ako. Bibin niyo ako, ha?
Ayun.
So, maraming salamat sa opportunity to share volunteerism with you guys.
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor. So guys, may nakalimutan tayo dito. Meron tayong isa pang guest.
Yun, buti na lang may time ka. May time pa. Go ahead, guys.
Go
Hello
ahead,
po.
Guys. Doon tayo. Binabati ko pala ang mga pinsan ko sa Canada na nakikinig ngayon. So, hi Cherilyn Baynosa, Katrina Baynosa, and Ate Eliza Baynosa.
Babasahin natin. Ay, sige, go na.
To Miss Lilibet Baynosa and Sir Alex Baynosa.
Babasahin natin mamaya. Kahit isang message lang.
Mamaya, magbabasa tayo tuloy yan.
Kaya marami pa tayong time. Hi guys, pakilala
so,
kayo.
We have a guest here.
Hello.
Hello guys. Yeah, we're
Hi. Hello.
Pakilala kayo.
My name is Francis Fajardo.
Hi, Francis Fajardo. Hello.
And I'm Mark Segalle. And I'm Harold Ocampo, and we're representing Holocorp.
So, ano nga ba yung Holocorp?
What is Holocorp yun?
Well, Holocorp is a company that we made when we were college. Me and Mark are the co-founders of this company. Basically, this is an IT company, and what we aim is to create technology for the Philippines, and for the things that we create, we want to help NGOs, government companies, corporations. Actually, maraming organizations. We want to help yung mga businesses and all.
Presently, ano yung nagpapagalaw ngayon sa Holocorp?
Well, ngayon we have we have projects na, like for example, we have Xander. Xander is founded by Francis here. Yeah, me. And it helps a lot talaga, especially in the aquaculture side. Francis, tell them about Xander.
Yung Xander kasi, umpisa ng thesis ko, thesis sa college. Ngayon, graduate na ako. Kaka-graduate ko ng October.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes.
Tapos yung Xander naman, siya yung nagre-record, kasi may mga fish ponds tayo, di ba? Sa Pilipinas, yung mga man-made na para control yung environment. Tapos, ang doon, yung namamatay yung mga isda dahil sa climate change. So, nakaisip ako ng idea na para maiwasan yung fish kills. Kasi massive talaga pag namatay, madami. So, lugi agad. So, yung Xander naman, chine-check niya yung temperature.
Nice.
Automatically. Tapos, pag critical na yung temperature, may o-open siyang mga aerators, mga pumps para lumamig yung tubig.
So, yun.
Para ma-regulate lang lagi.
So, Xander is para siyang device. It's a robot that we put in aquatic fish ponds, no? So, yung fish pond na to, we put Xander there. It's like 1 square meter big, no? Parang ganun. Or less.
Less.
And then, it's connected to aerators, yung mga coolers natin sa water. And nire-regulate niya yung temperature. When the temperature is critical for the fish, then Xander turns on these aerators and then balances the water temperature. So we can avoid fish kill. So how does this impact fisheries? How does this impact the Philippines?
Fishermen.
Yeah. Syempre, we want economic growth in the Philippines. And when we save a lot of fish, like for example, how many fishes did we,
15,000.
15,000?
Yung namamatay?
Yeah, yun namamatay.
Sa research.
Last 2 years ago yata yun, yung may massive na fish kill talaga sa Laguna de Bay.
Dahil one of the most critical talaga na issues sa fish pond is, yun, Mark? Yung temperature, di ba?
Yung temperature kasi dito sa Pilipinas, yung temperature dito
medyo critical minsan sobrang taas,
sobrang init.
Kaya yun yung main cause ng fish kills dito sa Pilipinas.
Ano ba dapat yung temperature para sa okay para sa mga
meron lang siyang range na 28 to 32 degrees.
And very crucial siya.
Crucial
kasi kailangan hindi yung pag-change ng temperature, hindi siya sudden.
Hindi siya
Kasi,
sudden.
for example, we have an aquarium and then mainit yung tubig and then trip lang natin lagyan ng malamig ng tubig. Then, all the fish will die. So, Xander talaga, it regulates the water talaga as in very carefully for the fish.
So,
yes,
other
Kim?
than your projects, what can you tell me more about Holocorp? And how did you guys get started?
Well, Holocorp started with just me and Mark here, right?
Yeah.
Hi.
So, we said, we were eating in Taft and then we said, dude, let's create something na parang a watch that could, that is holographic and then may mga apps, ganyan.
Parang yung parang sa Star Wars, ganyan.
Yeah, Star Wars, exactly. So, parang sobrang cool. Star Wars, sige, watch. Tapos, nandun na lahat ng apps. Tapos, yung kausap mo, nandun na.
May hologram na.
Sobrang cool, di ba? Tapos, sabi nila, tara pare, let's create a company wherein gumagawa tayo ng mga technology.
Pioneer tayo sa hologram technologies. Yeah.
So, it was just, parang biro-biro lang. And then, after that, bigla na lang nagkaroon ako ng clients. I started getting projects sa mga connections ko, and then I was getting a lot of projects na, and then I said, Mark, could you help me? And then he started helping me, and then the clients kept on going kasi nanganganak sila So sabi ko, I want to accommodate these companies pero hindi ko na kaya. I want to help yung mga companies na to.
So yun, nag-decide kami na palawakin na talaga namin.
Yes.
Naghanap kami ng mga kakilala namin na programmers din, ganun, mga system analysts, ganun. So yun, gumawa kami ng grupo, so we named it Holocorp, ganun.
Yeah, kasi holographic.
Guys, by the way, medyo kinukulang tayo sa time, so siguro we're planning na to have you once again para may pagpatuloy natin yung conversation with
there's
Holocorp.
more to know pa sa inyo
for
diba?
So
so meron ba kayong gustong i-plug or
invite events?
We
page.
have of course we have a Facebook page. You can search Holocorp. But of course, since we're developers, we have our own website. We created it ourselves.
Sorry.
So it's an awesome website. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's very young.
So, anong website to?
So, it's www.holocorp.com.ph.
How does Holocorp go?
HOLOCORP.
Holocorp.com.ph.
You can send us a message there. We created a messaging
tab
module there.
Contact
us. And then it will directly email us.
Pero huwag kayong mag-alala mga katinig kung nabitan kayo sa kanila this week. Bali, siguro next week?
For sure next week.
For sure next week. Mga kabataan, abilangan niyo sila next week. Okay.
So, meron tayo ngayon dito, nahabol natin. President of JCI Baguio Chapter. Ito pa tayo sa kabilang mic, ma'am. So,
yes, ma'am.
Magpa-plug po si ma'am. Pakilala po tayo, ma'am.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Christine Garcia. I'm the 2014 National President of JCI Philippines.
Opo. So, what do we have here?
Yes po. It's good to be part of the show. I was invited by Pocholo Gonzalez, so he's a member of JCI Makati.
Opo.
So JCI Philippines is a group of young active citizens. So we are the partners of the United Nations. It's good to be part of the youth.
Opo.
Yes, and your guest. Pwedeng mag-develop ng web namin. So, this is an opportunity. So, on behalf of JCI Philippines, I'd like to invite everyone, not just the youth, but everybody, all Filipinos, to help us with the relief efforts and fundraising activities of JCI Philippines for the victims of the Typhoon Yolanda. So, kami po sa buong Pilipinas, we are 160 chapters around the Philippines. So, bawat chapter po, bawat bawat bayan po sa Pilipinas ay halos meron pong mga chapters dito. So, ang bawat local chapters po namin ay nag-activate po ng mga relief operations, be it rescue or pag-rebuild po ng ating yan po. So, ito po ay be it part of the search and rescue and then rebuild and the long-term plans to be able to rebuild the city of Tacloban. The chapters are are actively taking part of this activity. So, para po kami rin po isang part ng international organization, and the national organization JCI Philippines has opened an account for the donations coming outside or inside the country. So for donations, we're accepting donations. You can deposit to Junior Chamber International Philippines, Oplan Kaagapay, savings account number 00201 0172813. That's the Bank of Banco de Oro, Quezon Avenue, Heroes Hills. So kami po ay, you can also look for me at Facebook for JCI Senator Christine Garcia or for JCI Philippines.
Yun. So again, mga kabataan, mga katinig, we can contact them through, again ma'am?
You can contact me at 0917-540-6274. Kaya po naming paabutin ang inyong mga relief po sa mga nangangailangan po sa mga kaibigan natin sa Visayas.
So, ano po to, ma'am? Kahit sino po kami, pwede po kami mag-take part, kahit sino kami?
Opo, kahit sino po, kahit kabataan man o hindi, pwede kayo mag-take part sa relief operations, or if you're a group of friends, meron na po kayong mga na-raise na funds, or meron na po kayong nakalap na mga donasyon para sa mga kababayan natin, we will help facilitate. Tulungan po namin kayo na dalhin natin ito sa Visayas po.
Ma'am, tell us more about JCI sa Baguio chapter. Parang how was it being the president of JCI? Kasi alam natin JCI is one of the
biggest
known and biggest organization.
Yes, Junior Chamber International Philippines is part of Junior Chamber International. So we are a group of young active citizens. So ang Baguio Sunflower isang chapter po lamang sa Baguio po na parte po ng JCI Philippines. So ako po ay dating chapter president ng Baguio Sunflower, ngayon po ay national president na po ng JCI Philippines. So sa buong Pilipinas, we have around 170 chapters affiliated to the Junior Chamber International.
Guys, alam niyo ba si Ma'am Christine nanggaling pa yung Pampanga, all the way from Pampanga?
Yes, we also have relief operations din kasi, and we have a telethon and fundraising activities as well in Central Luzon. So we visited also the place for us before coming here.
Ma'am, baka po hindi oriented yung iba nating listeners kung ano po yung JCI. Ano po ba yung JCI?
Para sa mga kabataan po, para ma-inform po sila.
Lalo po yung mga kabataan.
Opo. So, ang JCI are members natin ay 18 to 40 years old, tulad po ng makasamahan natin dito. So, you are the target market of the organization. So, it's not just a community, it's not just an NGO. Kami po is our aim to be able to empower our members for them to be able to create an impact to their communities. So, we develop your leadership skills, your entrepreneurship skills. So, ang paniniwala po kasi namin, when we make one person better, it is better for you to serve your communities.
So, pwede po ba namin malaman yung some of your plans as the president of the JCI
and projects, current projects?
Yes, okay. Since Junior Chamber International is in partnership with the United Nations, one of our goals for 2014 is to be able to be the solutions provider to the United Nations Millennium Development Goals. Nalaman po natin na lahat na ang objective ng United Nations ay ma-achieve ang ating ma-address sa mga problems natin by 2015. Since we are partners with the United Nations, it is our goal that we be part of the solutions provider of this Millennium Development Goals.
So ano po ba itong JCI? Nationwide?
Yes, ang JCI ay nationwide. We are in 170 chapters around the Philippines. International also, we are 200,000 members in 5,000 countries.
Oh. So, hindi lang po pala ito sa Philippines, ano po?
Hindi lang po. Kaya po, since we are an international organization, maasahan po natin ng mga kababayan natin sa Visayas na ang makakalap nating tulong ay hindi lamang manggagaling sa bayan dito sa Pilipinas,
Opo.
kundi sa mga iba't ibang bansa dito sa buong mundo.
Ma'am, binabati pala kayo ni Mr. Pocholo Gonzales na isa ring member ng JCI.
Yes, Pocholo is still a very active of JCI Makati, and through his efforts ay malaking naitulong niya dito sa aming Oplan Kaagapay.
Ma'am, aside from that, ma'am, mayroon pa po bang ibang projects ang JCI sa Baguio chapter?
Sa JCI, I will speak for JCI Philippines already, ha?
Okay, sige po.
Because I am representing already the national organization. So, ang JCI Philippines, apart from aming JCI Oplan Kaagapay, is we provide leadership trainings around the country, and then also we are partners with some businessmen. Some of the members are businessmen also, so we also provide you this training and business opportunities for the youth like them.
So, yun. Hi, batiin lang po natin yung mga batch.
Ay, nagpapabati ang
Batchworks 26.
VoiceWorks Batch 26 na nanonood sa atin sila ngayon. Hi!
Hi po.
Hello.
Afternoon batch.
Ayun. So,
again, ma'am.
Ma'am, meron pa po ba kayong gustong i-plug or ipahabol before we end this?
Yes po, bago po matapos ito, I would like to thank, of course, Pocholo for inviting me to be part of this show this afternoon. So also, I'd like me take this opportunity to invite our youth. Ito po yung pagkakataon natin na ipakita sa kanila na tayo po ay part ng solusyon at hindi problema ng Pilipinas.
Yeah.
And by being part of an organization like Junior Chamber International Philippines, that is your first step to change. Because tayo, we are very empowered. Tayong mga millennials na tinatawag po natin, we have very, very creative ideas and we have to put these ideas into action. Katulad po ng mga ideas ng ating mga web developers ngayon, maraming mararating po ang mga creative minds na ito sa mga katabi ko po ngayon. So you can be part of this organization because it's through this that will give you a venue to be able to create a sustainable impact to our country and to your communities as well. Then again, I'd like to also ask our countrymen, tulungan po natin ating mga kapwa natin sa Visayas. And again, through JCI Oplan Kaagapay, sana po ay uulitin ko po, kami po ay nag-open ng aming mga our bank account for the donations. Again, Junior Chamber International Philippines, Oplan Kaagapay, savings account number 00200101-72813, Banco de Oro, Quezon Avenue, Heroes Hills Branch, Quezon City. So maraming salamat po. You can also contact me at 0917-540-6274.
Yes, ma'am. It's an honor to have you as our guest today.
Ayun,
nagpapabati na naman ulit ang VoiceWorks Batch 26. Hi ulit.
Hi, guys.
Silas na kayo dyan. So, ma'am, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Maraming salamat.
Dahil nag-promise tayo na magbabasa tayo ng basahin natin ang isa sa mga messages ng sa ating post sa ating Facebook.
Yung ating mission bilang Voice of the Youth.
So, Jexy, do the honor.
From Daniel
LID.
Daniel LID.
Yan, turo nata. Lubos akong umaasa sa muling pagbangon ng kapwa ko Pilipino sa dilubyong ito. Kaya natin to. Naniniwala ako na may mas magandang bukas ang naghihintay sa bawat isa sa atin if we keep on moving forward through our lives. I want to grab this chance. Hanggang ngayon ay hindi ko pa rin namatawagan ng uncle ko na si William Bantasan na nasa Tacloban, Leyte. May baby pa naman sila ngayon at hindi ko alam kung paano rin maaalagaan yung bata sa sitwasyon doon. Gusto ko lang ipaalam sa kanya na may pinadala kaming pera at tulong sa kanila sa kamag-anak namin na nasa Kananga, Leyte. So, doon kay Mr. William Bantasan, we hope na okay po kayo ngayon dyan sa ano.
And sana hindi lang lahat ng mga survivors, they continue to be strong, 'di ba? And again, ma'am, ulitin po natin yung bank accounts, baka hindi na
sabi po ni Sir Pocholo
ng mga listeners natin.
Maraming salamat sa pagpapaulit. So, sa mga gusto pong tumulong, kami po kasi ay may mga chapters sa katabi po ng Tacloban, ng Aklan, at ng Palawan. So, marami pong katabing chapters doon na madali po namin i-activate at ipaabot ang inyong tulong. Please, send your donations to Junior Chamber International Philippines, Oplan Kaagapay, savings account number 002-0101-72813, Banco de Oro, Quezon Avenue, Heroes Hills Branch, Quezon City. You may call me also at 0917-540-6274. Thank you, Pocholo.
So,
yun. So, I think that's it for the day,
mga katinig. So, once again, thank you for listening with us today, this Saturday.
Thank you, mga katinig.
Magpapasalamat din kami sa lahat ng aming naging guest for today.
Ang dami.
Ayun, sobrang dami. Sobrang bilis ng oras.
Ang listeners natin, ang dami din.
So, abangan ninyo pa ang mga susunod naming episodes. So, sa susunod na Sabado. So, tutok lang kayo sa numero 1 palabas para, radio show.
Para sa mga kabataan.
Radio show sa mga kabataan. Ang Voice of the Youth Radio. This is Adrian.
I'm Jexy. Thank you, guys.
Motivating and empowering episode of Voice of the Youth Radio with the voice master himself, Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez.
Pakinggan ang palatuntunan ng Back to Christ, Revelation, Healing Crusade of Father Light. Lunes hanggang araw ng Sabado, alas 3